I'm Ler from Twistbox. I oversee operations and business development. Twistbox is a direct advertiser in the mobile space. We have all of our own offers built in-house, all with direct carrier billing. So our top markets are Portugal, South Africa, Greece, Spain, and we are in the process of expanding into more markets. Not the way we know mobile subscriptions in the European market. US is very particular in terms of the user behavior and the way they consume content. A lot of it is through the app stores, a lot of it is downloads, and not so much your direct-to-consumer or B2B mobile subscription offers. I mean, even the ones that were live many years ago were your premium SMS or short code flows, but even that I think is done. I think users are a little bit more mature and they consume content in a much more different behavior now. So I would probably say no, at least not the way we're used to in the European market. We've always been adapting depending on the market regulations of the countries we're in, but one of the main growth opportunities for Twistbox this past year has been really expanding our markets in our countries. We're going into new areas, new verticals, new products, new services, so this is one way that we've been growing and also diversifying our catalog and also our business strategy. I mean, we've been predominantly a mobile content provider, but now we're starting to look into many other verticals. So I'd say expansion into new markets, expanding new verticals, and also adapting in the existing countries and markets that are good. Always interesting, but good. Fortunately, we have direct relationships with them. We have direct connectivity. So it's usually a good thing, but sometimes it could be a negative just because we have a very close relationship. Usually it's a good thing, but it's overall I'd say it's a good relationship. We've had the opportunity to work on a lot of the new guidelines that they've been rolling out this past year. There's been a lot of issues in the mobile carrier billing space, of course, this past year. So one of the ways we've been adapting and helping the carriers is offering them solution, offering them expertise. You know, we've been around for 12 years, so we can give them insight into things that we've seen in other markets that may be working. So we have, good relationships with them. We'd like to have better relationships, of course, but unfortunately, it's more of a teams having to work together within the carriers, not really us with the carriers. So making sure that the commercial teams are in line with the legal and in line with overall company strategy. Again, we have no control over carrier, restrictions or strategy or things like this, but we do our best to help them in their adapting of guidelines or rules within any given market. But we also always work with them to see what are they doing, anything that they're looking into, what are new services or products that they're offering to their users as branded services, and how Twistbox can help them roll that out, or how we can participate in that overall strategy and roadmap. Is someone who we have good communication with, someone that's transparent, and most importantly, someone we can trust. This past year has been an interesting year for us particularly, but everybody in our space, both advertisers and networks and everybody alike. And so for us, having that ongoing communication, having that transparency, and also, again, the trust has been a key factor, because without the trust, we actually don't participate anymore with certain partners and networks. So we've done a lot of focus and internal, let's say, housekeeping, where we have really minimized the number of partners and networks that we work with, those that we speak to on a regular day basis, those that we can have open and honest conversations with in order to be a better partner, both ways. So again, I think communication, transparency, and trust has definitely been the three things that we've been focused on. Would be pretty simple. It's be more transparent, have better communication, but for those that we are working with, I think we do a good job of keeping in touch with our account managers and our partners, and I think that the tips that we can give to partners that we may not be working with is having an open line of communication on a regular basis really helps, because in an ever-changing, fast-paced ecosystem as the mobile carrier billing that we're in, it really helps to make sure that everyone's on the same page at all times. What we do this week is probably not the same thing we're doing next week or next month. So things change pretty quickly. Campaigns that may be working last month aren't working this month, and I think just having that ongoing relationship, and really it's a relationship. It's not so much just a business transaction. It's really having a relationship so that there's a two-way benefit for both people. It really depends on the type of traffic that an affiliate or a media buyer or a network may be strong in. I mean, of course, with us, we have a very particular set of geos and a very niche market and targeting, but we get the question of, what market's doing well or what offer may be doing well, and I always answer it all depends on your traffic. What's your traffic quality, how are you getting it, what type of traffic it is, what's the demographic, because depending on what type of traffic you have, we can recommend different offers. But even then, you always have to test. What I think may be performing well is not always what performs well. There's always A/B testing that a partner may do and find out, what, this product may be doing better than the other. So I don't think mobile subscriptions are going to go away. I think they'll just be different. The same way it's not the same thing it was 5 years ago and the same thing it was 1 year ago. It's always changing. So we have to adapt not only to the market guidelines, but also to the user behavior and user consumption. Users also change, the different products and technologies that come out, change that behavior as well. So I don't think mobile subscriptions are going away, or just mobile payments in general. Look, mobile engagement and usage is only going up. Every day there's more users than there were yesterday. So as mobile subscribers increase, I think that there's just a larger opportunity. It's just a different type of opportunity. So I'm looking forward to there being a next wave of new technology. I think even with handsets, things have been a bit stale the last couple of years. There hasn't been anything really new. Even with iPhone and Samsung, there's no new feature, there's no new release really. There's just bigger screen or faster processor. There's no new real technology. So I think once there's new technology, new features, and even we get into now faster networks, that'll really open up the ability for partners like us to really start rolling out new products and services. I don't think there's any easier. I think it's a matter of what are the users looking for. One thing that we've been really focused on is products that have user engagement, that have a reason for users to want to come back. Games is one thing that's really working well, but I think having something that users are not only willing to pay for, but are actively using, not just paying, using, and then forgetting. So I always use the Netflix model for myself. I'm a happy subscriber. I pay, I knowingly pay, and if the price were to even go up, I would still pay. I'm a happy customer, so it's because what I'm paying for, I'm getting, and it's the engagement and the usage is there. So I think we need to do a better job of having interactive services, good quality services, and having something that the user is engaging with and happily paying for. I think that there's a lot of information there, whether it be for someone brand new or someone that has been in the industry for many years. There's always something to learn, and I think you guys do a great job of having a pretty vast coverage of different verticals, different markets, different payment options, different verticals, different content, and I think there's a lot to learn. Even for me, I've been recently looking at it, and I'm realizing that for what I know, I may know quite a bit about, but there's so much I don't know. So there's quite a bit to learn. So actually, hats off to you guys doing a great job of that. And it's not just a side project. I think it's turned into something that really is a information hub where again, anybody can go and learn about anything, and if you're looking for something specific, it's there. So, good job. Twistbox is very aggressively looking into expanding our coverage. So we're going to be launching a few new markets this year. We're going to be getting into a few new verticals, and we're also looking at third-party relationships where we can work with partners or competitors, in markets that we may not be in, and seeing how we can both benefit from each other's relationships. But we're very much looking into again, learning about something that we may not know, because we have enough expertise and experience that whether it be email marketing or dating or something like this, I think there's plenty we could be doing. We just need to learn and apply ourselves, and maybe start disrupting another market.